Hi, my name is Mark, and instead of going outside and enjoying the beautiful weather or spending quality time with loved ones, today I'm going to ballast my track. Why? Because ballasting is fun.
Ballasting is not fun, and these two words should never be used in the same sentence. If you enjoy ballasting, then no judgment will be cast upon you, but you should seek medical attention. Possible side effects from ballasting are frustration, temporary blindness, spontaneous cursing, even a little bit of regret.
So what are you waiting for? Ballast your track today, because it sure won't ballast itself. Hi everyone, like I said, today I'm going to ballast some of my track, and I've decided to start with the 3M Industry sidings here so that I can add more detail to the scene. I'm going to use Woodland Scenics products, the Fine Cinders Black Ballast, and the Gray Blend Fine Ballast. I'll do a mixture of that, but before I do that, I'm going to paint my track. I'm using the Woodland Scenics Track Painter set, which comes with 3 markers: Steel Rail, Weathered Tie, and Rusty Rail. Following the how-to video, step by step, I'm going to start with weathered tie and shake it for a full minute. I then dab it on some paper towel until the tip is saturated with paint. And finally, I paint the ties. I also make sure to paint the entire tie, including the outside of the rail. Piece of cake. At first, I thought it was silly to paint brown ties brown, but you can see the difference. Okay, the ties are all weathered up. Now I'm going to paint the rails. I'll use steel rail for this. Give it a shake, give it some dabs, and then paint the rail, both on the inside and outside of the rail. I find it easier to dab rather than glide along the rail because of the tie clips. While the paint was still wet, I wiped the top of the rails with a paper towel. Last step, add some rust. Shake, dab, and paint. I'm just picking random spots where I think rust would form. I'd imagine a lot of water would gather around here. As you can see, I didn't go wild with the rust. Alright, my track is all painted up, and now it's time to ballast. Before I make my mixture of ballast, I want to do something that not everyone typically does, and that is I want to test the fineness of this ballast. How fine is this really? Let's find out. I'm just going to take one of these little cups and cut my bag open here. I'm going to pour some into the cup. Okay, there we go. Now apparently this stuff is made from walnut shells, so let's just taste. I got a good taste here of the fineness of this ballast. That's fine. Time to mix the perfect blend of ballast. I'm looking for a dirty gray because I figured the ballast around an industry would be quite oily and weathered. So first I'm going to try 2 parts gray and 1 part black. Give it a quick shake, and nope, not dark enough. Now I'll try 1 part gray and 1 part black. Shake it like a Polaroid picture, and nope, still not dark enough. Let's try 1 part gray and 2 parts black. Give it a shake. Perfect. And just to make sure, I'll give this mix a really good shake. You'll notice I have a gap between my 2 tracks. I could cut a piece of cork and glue it down, but that's a waste of cork. I'd rather waste ballast. So I'm going to put some white glue down, spread it out, and fill the gap with ballast. This will also help with drainage when it rains, on my layout, in my train room. I quickly grade the ballast with some cardboard, and now the area is prepped for industry ballast. Well, almost. I have to glue my bumpers into place. So my method is very unique. It takes a very long time, but the results are flawless. Using some tweezers, I place small amounts of ballast in between the ties. This ensures a realistic look. This is going to take a few hours, so please enjoy this rail fanning video while I finish this tedious task. Sorry, I couldn't find a rail fanning video. But hey, look at this! Not bad, eh? 1 track done. I glued the loading racks in place with white glue. I am very pleased. But that took way too long, so I'm going to try another method. These small cups have really come in handy. I just dip the small cup into my big cup and slowly apply the ballast. Using a brush, I spread the ballast over the ties, removing the excess, and repeat. I really like clean edges. Realistic or not, I like them. So I use my brush to tidy things up. Wow, I must say, this scene looks so much better with ballast. I spent a lot of time grooming it, making sure no spots were missed, and nothing can ruin this now. Oh my gosh, what the? To get that mess, I used some isopopsicle alcohol and spread it out over the ballast using an eyedropper. I then spread my glue mixture, which is 50% white glue and 50% water. Man, I really hope this dries nicely. I'll let it dry overnight. Okay, it's the next day and it looks pretty good. Some of the ballast spilled over on the ties, which I don't like, but other than that, not too bad. And this boxcar seems to pass over just fine. Overall, I'm very happy with the look. I tried scraping some of the ballast off the ties, but I scraped the paint off too. So then I just ran my thumb over the ties, and that seemed to work. Okay, unfortunately I have to cut this video short because I ran out of white glue and we're in a lockdown. So we had to stay at home as much as possible, and it's not that easy just to go out and buy some white glue. Also, I really want to get this video out before my next live show. Speaking of which, this Thursday is my live show, all part of Third Rail Thursdays. And I really hope the ballast is all completed and glued down for that show. See you there. I want to thank you so much for watching, and until next time, cake dare. Oh yeah. That was good ballast.
M&M Rails does not condone the eating of ballast.